Oh yes, I like opera very much. I think the opera is still one of the greatest entertainment we have.
You know, talking about the Opera House, I think something rather unusual is happening tonight at the Metropolitan here in New York. They're doing, scenes from different operas. What do you think of that idea for an opening night?
Well, I don't agree with it, but as long as it brings money to the opera to help run the opera, because, opera is a very expensive proposition, and unless it's subsidized by somebody, it's very difficult.
But do you honestly think that helps the opera? You say if it brings money, and do you think it does bring money? Maybe it does this night, but...
I don't know. I mean, the management must have found out that this is the way to do it. I don't know. I would prefer to make less money and to do it more artistically, that's all.
Have you ever heard of this being done before?
No, I have heard this being done before, but in a special occasion, like they call it opera party, opera benefit, something like that. Mm-hmm. I have never assisted in an opening which is done with different acts of different operas. But this is the new trend, I think, in my opinion, I mean, I don't want to criticize anybody, but I think that the opera has the tendency of wanting to go, let's say, Broadway.
I see, yeah.
And I was born kind of a purist, Yeah. I like things done in the right way, in the way they should be done, and I don't agree, suppose, in modernizing opera that have been written 100 years ago or 200 years ago. I think they should stay as they were.
What do you think of the English lyrics to the Puccini operas?
Well, I don't think the lyrics that were put at the Bohème at the Metropolitan were very good. I don't think they were good. And believe me, I understand that the American public like to understand what they are singing on the stage.
Surely.
This is natural. But translation is always difficult because music was written for that kind of language, and to translate it in another language is always, you miss something. Yes. I tell you the truth, when I sang in Italy, they always sing everything in Italian. And I sang Meister Singers in Italian.
Really?
First time, yes, with Toscanini alla Scala in 1922. But sometimes I didn't know what I was singing. I mean, take an example, for instance, Falstaff.
Yes.
So in Falstaff is a phrase that in Italian it says from 2 to 3. Yes. See? But in the English language you cannot say dalle 2 alle 3, they have to say from 11 to 2, you see, instead of 2 to 3, from 11, I mean, it doesn't make a great difference as long as the lower cis is lady. But this is just an example that sometimes you have to ruin the all meaning. I mean, you cannot make the translation literally, you have to make it musically, see, and at the same time the words have to change.